Fortuitous timing as always, Teha. Tataru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riol and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Philhamen helped me to escape the Crystal Braves in Lim Solominsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Riol, she crept aboard a ship bound for Radzatan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Yida and Papalamo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riol thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is, we've enlisted the services of a Charlayan scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But first we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Teha, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Uh-huh. In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. She really is addicted to that place. She loves it. She breathes the life of being in a cavern like that.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
Oh?
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
I know little of the lands these dragons call home, this Annex Shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Teha and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Teha. There are only so many layers to fit under armor. Yeah, true. Brings me back when in Catholic elementary school, there would be hot summers, but you'd still have to wear your uniform. And the uniform was made out of like cloth that was so warm that it was really uncomfortable to wear, and it got really hot. Oh, we could just go here. But I only have vague memories of that. I remember what this suits, the uniforms look like, but don't remember much else. It was I think that the oldest that I was wearing uniforms was when I was 13 years old. And the earliest was, I think, 6, 7. Anyways, so, what was your secret meeting about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex Tryon, you say? Well, I suppose that takes precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... Time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Teha. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Well, let no one say I didn't try. Tataru, I mean, to be fair to you, you love this inn, so you'll be just fine here. Did I just see a minion on someone's head? You're ready then. Good. So am I. Like, if this were real life, it would be the hot chocolate. 100%. That or the urchin loaf, depending on if... Because I think loaf, and I'm like meatloaf. And I've tasted great meatloaf. But urchin loaf, I have no idea what that tastes like. Cream croissant seems like a nice dessert. Creme brulee, I don't remember if I've ever had that. But for stats' sake, there's tenacity in the croissant, so I'll take that. Path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Let's do it! I'm cherishing the moments of silence and calm right now, because things were a bit crazy at the end of the base game. I'm also really excited to find out how the hell we proceed with fixing everything going on in Ishgard and the dragons and whatnot. Strange. It's only my third visit to Tailfeather, yet the first feels as though it were a lifetime ago. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it could be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Iseo to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Here she acknowledged her misdeeds, and agreed to join us in this common cause. At our side, she fought in service of that greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to annex Trine, if you'll follow me. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysayle. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordian and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatoskr, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Ysayle. Alas, a deception so intrinsically, I've never heard of this word, intrinsically brought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysayle once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. What the hell happened to the environment just now? You saw that. It looked like things were getting foggy. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within my lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. I'm gonna turn this off for now. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I could think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war. one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that our sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I can only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. So, it would seem we have the time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she's privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola and Idleshire. Sometimes with places I'm not familiar with, I just have to have the map open, or otherwise I get lost. Ah. Steam appears to be rising from Midnight Dew's beautifully bed-decked ears. Gods damn it, I've been had. Some twice cursed sons of a mad blind bitch have made off with my tackins. And my tradables, too. I knew this place was full of treasure hunters, but I never reckoned it'd be my treasures they'd be hunting. And it ain't just my losses that concern me. The Gobbies count on the goods that I bring to keep this place fed and watered. If I don't get my stock back, this whole town could fall apart. What do you say, adventurer? Will you help me bring these thieving curs to book? An adventurer coming back from the answering quarter says he bumped into a gang of ill-looking brutes on Front Ridge. Clearly knocked the poor kid into the Thalia, they did. Anyhow, he says they were heading to the ruins. Meet me there and we'll start the search. Okay. That could possibly be it. Ah, Tejas, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business with Annex Trine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected, she must discuss Sir Emeric's proposal with Frasvelgar, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlayan guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use that intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kral, who has recently come from the Charlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Why did Alphino give her that look?
Oh please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alphino Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Oh, so they know each other.
We, Miss Cryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Ah.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Cryle.
Uh-oh.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Right, on to more
got me.
pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
He seems nice. A bit cheeky with Alphino. These will creep me out to no end. Like, I feel like they should be cute to me, in a way. But then there's the mouth and just how big they are. And ugh. We get enough vermin in these parts of New York as it is. They don't need to be that big, ever. Well met, lad. Now here's the plan. Considering the weight of the stuff they stole, they won't get far on foot. Chances are they've got a boat hidden somewhere. But get onto my crew and have them stake out the riverbank. In the meantime, I want you to search the ruins for whatever you find. Might be the bandits are lying low out there, or maybe they stashed the loot and moved on. If you should chance upon any of their belongings, be obliged to bring them back to me. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. You know what? Not whatever. I bet you that this, if it's not the one I'm on now, taking stock, it's an overgrown ambition that leads us to this optional dungeon. It's probably why it's a plus quest. Where are we off to? This way. In here then. If it's really that easy and that can net us flying capability here, that would be sweet. Discover a new location. My stock. Well, one chest's worth of it anyway. There's still some missing, but this is a damn good start. Got the nose of a bloodhound, lad, but wanted the lend of that sniffer of yours to track down the rest of my property. Alright, there it is. Obtain Freebird achievements for the Coerthus. Oh, for all of it, yeah. Yep. Cool. Just want to see, like, what do these look like? Yeah. Literally the same thing, but a darker color for a different job. Yeah. Oh well. Well, now we actually get somewhere. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? I've read so many stories of Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they're all true. This way if you haven't cared where you tread.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Bye, lady. No goodbye whatsoever. No, we'll see ya. Thank you for your help. Thank you for letting us use your ball. Just we gotta go to Tailfeather. Yeet. Just gone. That's it. Our use for you is ended. Be gone. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryl. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. Make sure they're not stick figures. This is impressive. You drew them from memory. A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I like how my minion is sort of like gawking at Y'shtola. I propose we split into two pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Teha and Kryl question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Let's be. He certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Oh, okay. Anyway, we best get started. Find me when you finish making the rounds. That's funny. I don't remember. I found this email funny when I found it. Where is it? No, it's here. I know it is. Where is it? Hold on. Air quotes. He didn't remember. Yeah. Worth it. Anyways. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. Suggesting that Alphino may have mistaken his life's calling. Cute. No, I ain't seen him around, sorry. A Harun man. We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall. Along the river, to the west of Tailfeather. Remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. Lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. odd. There's an equal chance that wasn't even him then. Maybe. That you got there, sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior. I heard a tale the other day about a Hyurian vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself. with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Brought down a bandersnatch, you say? Finished. In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Hey, another one. Didn't see this. One too many O's. Sightseeing 48. You get a little bit, like a measly pittance of a bit of experience, like 18,000 for that one. So what's this about? Lothas Vath. Cast out from the main colony, a minority of Nath known as the Nun-Mine built Lothas Vath as a sanctuary for their exiles. The word Vath is derogatory in Nath tongue, referring to those who can no longer link their thoughts to the Overmind. Possessed of individual personalities unlike their one-mind brothers, the Vath learn to live with each other's differing thoughts in the makeshift colony. Yeah, I guess we're meeting here. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many of us made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hyurian hunter, in whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. You've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Alright, Alphano, chill out. Is it now? Yeah, what do you mean by that, dude? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. it stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if we had dealings with the Vath, they would be able to tell us, no? Quite right. Kryl? Quite right. Yeah, epic save, Alphino. Why would he bring that up? He's like, oh, well, you were naked. I know he was trying to prove a point, but still. Could have gone about that a bit better. I was gonna say, why are they giving me potions and ethers, but these are max ones? Of which I already have quite a bit of it. Alright, I gotta remember any instance I get in on to eat. I have way too much. I shouldn't say that. I mean, it's just we have enough space to carry tons of food, but I know if I don't remember, I'll never eat it. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothdas Vath. Must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Come along. He's like, let's just get this over with and hope everyone forgets what I just said about Y'shtola. To her face, even. Click, click. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lothdas Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man whom we are told you may have certain dealings. I like how their head turns. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click. Good, good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one of whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you're quite certain it is with this man? There is no doubt. Click, click. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somal, lost and weak. If he came... Wait a minute. If he came from Somal, like the dungeon, then he came... So he came down here from up there, up north, where I think it's called the Sea of Clouds, where the Mughals are. So somehow he got transported over, either in the caverns within the mountain, and then came down, or he came down from like further north. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. Where is he now? Click, click. Gone to Lothdas Vath, not long ago, when he heard that one mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned. Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten on to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Click, click. I love doing the voice of them. It's like a mix between a sentient beehive and how some people make stereotypical nerds sound. Or rather, the stereotypical sound that nerds would make. Like me.
else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
I don't know about that. Yeah, I was like, there's no way Thancred would. Oh, shit. Five people. That guy in the front I recognize. I think he's the Warrior of Darkness. Or it looks like him. This looks like a party I would make. I would be a part of this party, I guess. But they all have like darker hues. Yeah, that's not... He's doing the same thing I'm doing. My mirror self.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
Hey, LB3. That's funny. Who the hell? Which Ascian was that?
So you are the Warrior of Light. The savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Oh shit. Long time no see. Jesus.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, Warrior of Light. For we are the Warriors of Darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
earth him back to Ul'dah, like I do.
Warriors of Darkness. Really?
Also, hi, Thancred. Lost an eye, it looks like.
Tancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the livestream in the all-together.
This fucking... Well played, Square Enix. Well played. It's a large tail.
Eventually,
Give
I
him
managed
that.
to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
I just realized the squirrel's like, oh no, my nut!
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
Asked me.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
But it would have been the... I mean, there was the vision of them battling the Ascians, but... Was it not the Ascians that gave the Warrior of Darkness power? From that cutscene we saw? Lost it somehow. blessed with the power of the Echo, and driven to put down primals. Despite his declaration they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals would have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Teha. Ah, the memories. Seems only like yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that the band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Did you seem to have affairs well in hand? I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Teha. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Yeah, boy. You got a 1,000 cutscenes to catch up on. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir. It was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or for woe, such is the folly and glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walked in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer. We will convey your words to our allies without delay. is happening, Ysael. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Oh shit.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Let's just straight up just stab him in the stomach. Yeah, that about sums it up. Thancred. Yeah. Fortunately, the journey afforded us ample time to brief Thancred on recent events. So about to be another event happening. Let's not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite up well at Thancred? Yeah, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Asgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. So it seems there's no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we shall find Yda and Papalamo and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand, I do not mean to imply it would be otherwise. Merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I've no doubt we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough. You may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. Pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, slipping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? As chirurgeons tell me, he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmund and Lord Arturo not been on hand when the assassins struck, we would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land a telling blow. The attack was just the beginning though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for everyone we put out, seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. Displaying these fires was started by assassins, conspirators. Till they've been rounded up, there'll be no end to this. We help us find them. Let us be about it. Where's that phrase again? Being about it. I've been about it. What do you mean? Oh, we've got options of bending or slaying. They give us options now. That's interesting. Or money, which, like, if you don't know what's in here, like, why would you take the money? Unless you're over leveled like I am, in which case, whatever. Flames are spreading. Must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found, suspects must be identified. If we've been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set, mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we've yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, both pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Eustola, I would have you take charge of the investigation and foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru will be of assistance as well. Meaning Teha and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking pose over there be joining us? Tancred, of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. May I say what a pleasure it is to meet you, my lady. Don't you, my lady, her at a time like this. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. Scion, eh? And I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Well, we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passers-by. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who could be counting on to know things he or she should not. Oh aye, the infamous Lord Menelain de Forton, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Teha. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Grizzled I'll accept, but old? Good to have you back, Tancred. Wonder what Hornoroy has to say about all this. Ah, Master Strife, I fear Lord Menelain has once more strayed from the path. As has so often been the case, his renewed enthusiasm from martial training gave way to frustration and disinterest at the first sign of difficulty. Well, well, if it isn't Teha, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Menelain says old boy to me, and I feel the same way Cloud does when Johnny calls him bro. Like, please don't. Ah yes, the arsons. Dreadful business that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hopland is awash with refugees, lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man, not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you're thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent despondent young maidens. Of course you would. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I'll have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I'd hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hopland Teha, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Is that a P or an R? Maybe you study your letters instead of playing knights and knaves. Is that knights and knaves? Is that another way of saying Dungeons and Dragons? Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Halone's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we're not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop, Sir Emmerich, and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Random guard on the right just popping in. You require succor as well, sir. No, I do not require the suck, thank you very much. I'm here for information. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. Madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide in your steps. There was a man with a satchel. Saw him kneeling outside the window. Then there was smoke everywhere. And it was so hot and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. Suppose I could have climbed. Maybe my arm's getting better after all. Wait, we go this way, don't we? Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. Barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. I'm gonna call it right now. It was the church that started the fire. Just so that people can get on people, so that the church can be in the good graces of the people for helping them out at the time of need. And maintain a certain degree of order that was there more so when the Archbishop was ruling. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's the case here. Just the church trying to maintain order and rule over Ishgard. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we would identify the culprits. We were questioning the refugees. We inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymonod's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course. It does give one cause to wonder. Alphino would doubtless have an opinion. Yep. I'm telling you, it was the church. Said, you know what? Spare the church buildings and the Orthodox architecture, but take care of the buildings of those less fortunate so they can come to us for help. Oh, is this him? You should have seen the way Alphino tackled him. I would have liked to see that. Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Teha, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained the suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You've got the wrong man. Sniff, sniff. My, you reek of oil. And those burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron was already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you. But then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one that told me to keep going. Ah, there it is. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. How'd you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. Troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. Could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. if our captive have called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Hey, thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Back to 12, you returned to us. What happened to your old outfit? Ah, yes, about that. Well, I'm sure it's somewhere. In several pieces. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artoriel. You come to see your father. He's attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring his salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. Curtsy. My lord Artoriel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis a little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold to the grave. I guess I'm getting this then. Oh wow. Have I not repaired since last stream? Oh wow. I get a free shield out of it. House Forton Kite Shield. Oh hell yeah, I'm getting that regardless, but Wind Up Harsher Font. Wow. As goes light, so goes darkness. I guess I'll get the money instead. There's no reason for me to get these.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Too late, apparently. It's always someone.
Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Nodders.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Shit's going down. Alright, they're just waiting for me then. Just like old times. Boy, you just got back. The old times were really old a long time ago. Yeah, I guess he is a knight. I may have forgotten that. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. Numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are known. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thordian XIV. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness at which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Attorel, you are a brave man and true. and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Alone is my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Let's do it. I can feel it. This is not gonna go well. We're in the dungeon once again. The alarm. Where are we going?
Down with you! You underestimate me!
There's some dudes back there. Should we take them down? No? Okay. Whatever. So Simeonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial then. Lord Atoriel, Teha, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. We gotta go before Emmerich is done for. Wait, what? Where? Oh, is it here? Wait. Okay, wait a minute. We gotta go. This way. Hopefully there's a door open to the left once we reach the end of the hall. His vitality's going down fast. Trying to do the thing, but it wouldn't let me. There's one more hostage though. Where is that? Oh, somewhere over there. Hang on. Oh, that's not anything. Sir Emmerich is probably gonna die. Just letting y'all know right now. I thought that's something that we could have done something about, but... Nope, that's a dead end. Yeah, this is gonna be a fail. Alright, take two. I mean, they gave us so many free areas to roam around. You see explosions in distance, you think someone needs help. No, fuck off. Easy.
On with you! You underestimate me!
Almost left him there.
This knight does not yield! Where is he? Where is he?
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh shit.
What? But I...
Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
I legit thought she was gonna die. I thought we were going off to a very dark place in the game.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Where's the priest?
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Gracefelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
That was timely. Vidofnir must have been circling for hours. I don't know about that, but... This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice, for 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I'll be at Forton Manor. Almost called it Fort Temps again. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Teha. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred sing quite well to you? I mean, he's gone through some shit. He's held his own in the vault. I don't think that's what Y'shtola means. Well, gone well enough with Hilda. I don't think that's what she means. I'm gonna say that. So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why she chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. When he learned of a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Kryl will charm Master Matoya for now. Who can say how long it will last? Oh, that was a very tense event.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
I mean, I agree with him. Like, if you don't feel like it should continue, then why bother? But a knight lives to serve. In a way, that's true too, especially since a Torel is a knight. I gotta say something. I'm not gonna stay silent.
You sound just like him. I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need.
Yep. It's exactly what I was thinking.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well? come, Emmanuel. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Emmanuel ain't gonna do shit. He's not built up for this type of thing. Maybe someday if he does training, but also I'm surprised. I don't know if his name's ever been spoken by voice, but I'm surprised that I've been saying his name correctly. His manservant is just like, I can't keep doing this.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Does Emmanuel not agree with the fact that
those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future? A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
in the memoirs of Count N1 de Portom, as goes light, so goes darkness. These are memoirs of this man. And I just realized this from the very beginning of Heavensward. His narration of us going to new lands in Heavensward, of the very intro of it, there was a statement saying that his words, his spoken word was from memoirs. So he writes all of this down in memory from the future. But I'm curious, like, is Emmanuel not agreeing with his father stepping down or his brother stepping up or whatever it is? Or is he just more like, I'm not into this whole politics thing at all? This dude. Where are you right now? This is thy proof, the Gerun oracles, Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception. Nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Whose boots were those? Whomst wear those boots? Oh, it's them. That's Papalamo and Yida. I was gonna say, like, are those boots from Yida, but no. Everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. Where are they? I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgur, it had better be. Cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. She still wears, like, barely a pair of pants. Even with her being in disguise, it's like, gotta show my butt. So it goes. Horse Forton Knight. Well, I'm gonna guess that because we got an achievement, we're into 3.2 now, yeah?